So after Donald Trump sent the troops to DC to curb the violence, now he has his eyes set on Chicago. We all know Chicago very dangerous. And this post right here says, Chicago gang member warns Donald Trump not to send troops, claiming gangs would overpower the National Guard, and declaring we are a different breed out here. Let's go ahead and check out the video.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
Okay, so there you have it, where it's straight from somebody in Chicago himself. The post said he was a gang member. I'm not sure if he actually is. I'm not going to put that label on him. But let's get to the situation at hand. Now, me personally, I do think that it's not going to be as easy a task as it was in DC or certain other cities, because Chicago, I'm not going to lie, when he say they are a different breed, that is true. Now, do I think it's gonna be, these YNs are gonna overpower the National Guard? No. There's gonna be a lot of dead YNs, and they might get a couple shots off. But let's be clear, it's a difference between a trained soldier, and I know our army is not what it used to be. The requirements are less, but them being trained, them knowing how to shoot, them knowing how to move strategically, versus a bunch of YNs with switches. Yeah, I'm not saying the YNs not gonna I'm not saying they're gonna have a zero on the scoreboard, right? But best believe they will get whipped into shape after a few days of the National Guard and the military being there. And I think that's why Trump, he had posted something. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. So we got the actual post Trump had posted. He said, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago is about to find out why it's called the Department of War. So it's not only are they going out there to curb the violence and make Chicago safer, they're also, Chicago is known to be one of those big cities where large groups of migrants, illegal migrants, a lot of them illegal, to be going to. There were reports of Venezuelan gangs and things like that taking over whole apartment complexes. I'm not sure if any of that is true, but we do know that Chicago was very liberal, and their mayor was doing a lot to help illegal migrants. Or mayor, governor, somebody that was running it, somebody down in the comments more familiar will be able to say who it actually was. But yeah, he's definitely going to send him. I'm going to be watching this to see how this all goes over. Like I said, my prediction is going to be somewhat like DC, especially if they implement some sort of curfew. And yeah, the YNs are going to be out there. But it's the thing is, as much as you can say that they're going to be doing this, they would have already been at war with the police in Chicago. Maybe they are, maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't seen reports of mass numbers of Chicago police just dying, because they don't, most of the time the violence is against other black people or just people that are weaker and look like targets when it comes to what these YNs are doing. They're usually killing other YNs or robbing, stealing, or doing something to somebody that is just a weaker target. When it comes to the military rolling through, I don't think they're going to be really stepping like that. That's just my opinion. I've seen the biggest, baddest, most gangster people that I know, when the police come, they're running. They're not sitting there trying to confront the police. Now, some people may be on drugs or whatever, and they want to get wild in front of the police, but they quickly learn that that's not the thing you want to do, because the police, I believe they're a gang in itself, but they're a gang backed by the government. So you gotta be careful with that. So it's going to be interesting predicament. I've just seen something about LA now that the Supreme Court said that basically ICE can, if somebody doesn't speak English, they can kind of like, I guess, detain them for suspicion of being an illegal immigrant, which is, I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me, but you're here in America. You're going to be kind of expected, if you got citizenship, to know English or some English at least. So that's also going to be interesting. Like I said, we're still only in the first year of Trump. It's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff when it comes to this political stuff. I do think most of it is for the betterment of the country when he's talking about, yeah, let's stop the violence in some of these cities. Let's, get these illegal immigrants out of here, make them come through the process the right way. Now, I also seen something about them trying to make the test harder, which I had heard from immigrants and people trying to make it here to America. Y'all know I travel a lot. I've heard that the test was already hard, so them trying to make it even harder. I don't know the reasoning behind that. Maybe even then, the people who told me that it was already hard, maybe it wasn't that hard, but it's all just kind of is what it is. As a citizen, law-abiding citizen, all we can do is sit back and follow the rules, follow the laws, and watch and see what happens, man. But let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments below. As always, love y'all.